to lie, won't stop to lie, can't stop to lie, won't stop to lie, can't stop to lie, won't stop to lie, ain't no Chico, just peaceful.
It's me again, and somebody new. Bill McCleskey here with TechDontSleep Podcast. And listen, we're excited because we're about to have another great conversation with none other than Taylor Avery in the building, all the way from Cincinnati.
Yep.
By way of Brentwood.
Yep.
And where else?
I was born in New Orleans.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of all over.
The NO, is that what they call it?
NOLA.
That's right.
Yeah, NOLA.
That's right. All right, cool. So, guys, we always like to bring some interesting people on each episode and add value to learn about their story and learn about some insights and some takeaways that you can apply to your life and your business, especially as it relates to technology and any business that you have or are thinking about. So, welcome.
Thank you,
Taylor. It's a pleasure to have you. I was checking out your Instagram page, and you know what really got my attention?
I'm curious.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm curious.
What got your attention, buddy? No, it was Noted Returns. Yeah, because I happen to I know that like shopping is an addiction for certain people. Oh, by the way,
almost everybody.
I should probably let people know who you are.
Yeah.
Outside of your name. So you are the program manager for Vanderbilt Medical Center. And then what's your position with Noted Returns?
Project manager.
Okay, so just PM. That's all we need to say, right? Mm-hmm. So PM, you got your PMP?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. So but with Noted Returns, I mean the goal for that startup is what?
To help customers get their money back and save their time. So
in terms of making a return.
Correct.
Okay.
So all that stuff that's sitting in your closet or sitting in the back of your car you're riding with, get that out of your house and declutter, get the money back in your pocket, and save you time so you don't have to do it yourself.
So is that what's happening? Like people buy stuff and they got stuff in the back seat?
Oh yeah, they got boxes for days in their house, or they have even clothes. So the clothes you want to donate, clothes pile up. You have trash bags of clothes instead of you going yourself. We'll pick it up.
See, I'm different. I got trash bags of clothes, but I mean to take them by Goodwill, not necessarily return, because I don't do a lot of shopping though.
Okay, yeah, then you probably are.
Okay, so tell me this then. Like when people go shopping, let's say at a department store, or even like Amazon or these online stores, retailers.
Yep.
What's the problem that you're solving? Like when it comes to returns,
It's really the problem for the customer. So losing money when you buy clothes and hauls or even anything from Amazon that you don't like, you don't know that your return window is expiring for you to get your money back. So there's a lot of items that just sit in your house that you could have returned back and got hundreds of dollars if you didn't let it just sit in your house.
Yeah. So you guys make it easier to initiate or facilitate the return.
Yep, the first leg of the return. Yep, getting out of your house back to the vendor.
Okay. So how do you do that?
We come pick it up for you. We have a fleet of drivers.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so if I buy something on Amazon, I don't like it, I don't want to keep it, I can reach out to you guys. How would I do that?
So you go to our website in our bio and our link. You sign up. You use our technology.
Is it notedreturns.com?
App.notedreturns.com.
App.notedreturns.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go there and do what?
And then you sign up, create a profile, use your Gmail account, and our technology will scan your Gmail for the items that you purchased in the past 30 days. We're only filtering for the actual confirmation code. That's it. We're not looking at anything else.
Okay.
We pull that code and we see, okay, you bought an item back in January. Based on our database of all the return policies of vendors, you have 2 days to return it and get $600 back for those awesome pair of shoes you got.
Wow.
If you don't want them anymore. That you bought for a trip, you don't use. Girls do all the time. You buy stuff for birthday trips, don't wear them.
Yeah.
Get hauls from Pretty Little Things. So we find that deadline. We say if you return it right now, you get this much money back. Awesome. But if you want to do it yourself, we'll pick it up for you.
Okay. So you'll send somebody out to pick it up. They take it wherever it's supposed to go.
And so once that barcode is scanned, it triggers the return on the vendor side.
Okay. And then, so how do you guys make money?
through the subscription model. So you can
Okay.
do a one-time pickup where you just do it one time.
Yeah. Funny. I was just thinking, like, if somebody subscribes to this, they must shop a lot. I mean, it's like,
of course. Or you're donating a lot. So a lot of times it's for
Okay.
families of kids who grow out of clothes really fast and need to get a lot of stuff out the house.
Okay.
People who do shop a lot. So we work with influencers who do hauls for clothes and don't keep those clothes and need to return them. But it is people who shop a lot, or Amazon, or just shopping is their only way of getting items in their house.
Yeah.
They don't leave their house.
Yeah. Do you happen to know like what the percentage is of shopaholics? Because shopping could be an addiction too.
Oh, very much.
So
Yeah.
you're not? Are you addicted to shopping?
A little bit.
Be honest.
A little bit. It depends. I go through phases.
So let me ask you then. So when it comes to shopping, what's the percentage of returns that you have? Like based on like what you buy, how much of it do you return on a consistent basis?
So for online returns, about 40% get returned. Online store purchases, about 40% items
40%?
returns are initiated. For brick and mortar, it's a lot less.
Because you can try it on, you see what
Right.
it looks like. Okay.
Right. Online returns is almost half the things that are purchased get returned or get initiated.
Is that clothing or is that some other type of product?
That includes everything.
Everything. It's
Yeah.
40%.
About 40%.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of stuff. that people
40%?
buy and want to send back. For
So
whatever
what's your
reason.
percentage? What's your number? 49.
I know mine's like maybe I do like 30. I do a little less.
Wow. That's something to me.
I got a question. So do
Yeah.
you return, I'm sorry, I'm off camera.
Somebody's out.
Do you return like used clothes or just brand new with tags on it?
Both. So if it's something that you bought within that return window and based off the policy that's in the database, so we have the policies for Zara, for Pretty Little Thing, for Jose Bank, for Men's Warehouse. We have all those policies because we've done the research.
Yeah.
And so when you buy the item and you sign up with their email, we see, hey, you bought this item in January. Yeah, based on the policy, to return it, it needs to be in these conditions. We let you know that. If it's not returnable, we'll donate it for you. So it's still at least out your space. And you've helped someone in the local.
Yeah. That's like 1-800-GOT-JUNK, but just for shoppers.
Right.
It's
Almost.
we gonna come get the stuff you want. Man, that's amazing. 40%. That means like out of every 10 items you buy, like 4 of them going back. That's
Yeah,
a whole like gig in and of itself.
That's why retailers like Amazon now will say just keep it. Because it costs them so much to even get it back. A lot of times they don't. There's no resale value for them. So what they try to do is just upsell you something else to generate more sales for them. But they don't want it because it's used or potentially damaged.
Amazon has stores now, right? Where you can just take it. But then to your point, people don't want to drive to the store.
They don't want to stand in line. I don't know if anyone's been to Green Hills Mall. Zara
Exactly.
line looks crazy all the time. Aritzia now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a trip. Okay, so
Yeah.
how's the business going? Noted returns.
It's going good. So we're about to start funding. We've done a lot of trial runs over the past year. I became a member of the team last year, January of last year, and so it's going good. We're right now trying to work on getting more awareness. So letting people know that this service exists in Nashville. It's right now the fleet is only Nashville based.
Okay.
So letting people know that this is.
How many drivers do you guys have?
5.
Okay. Are they busy?
Relatively. We're new.
So you guys have been up and running for how long?
Technically a year.
Okay.
Yeah, since our official launch.
Okay. So you're working on getting funding now, and you're doing that how?
Through WeFunder.
Okay.
So we have that, and it's going to launch at the beginning of next month, I want to say.
Okay.
And right now we're bootstrapped, and then we start WeFunder, and then we're going to also enter some pitch competitions.
Oh, cool. With WeFunder, if you guys listen to the podcast, you know we have the Tennessee rep on, and I'm not sure if it's a specific position, the name of it. But we had a couple of those guys on to explain what WeFunder is. But it's a platform where entrepreneurs can create kind of a, what's it called?
Like,
I forgot what they call it, the technical name for it. Anyway,
Yeah.
like crowdfunding, right?
Yeah, it's like
crowdfunding
crowdsource
for
funding.
entrepreneurs. Yeah. And so your campaign launches when again?
I want to say, I need to know the exact date. I want to say it's the beginning of March, like first week of March.
Because I want to be able to, like, when people listen to this, I want them to go to WeFunder. They can probably just search for Noted Returns and then find your page and support you guys for that. But no, that's a really cool. I actually just spoke to somebody who is launching on WeFunder too. So it's a great platform for entrepreneurs to raise money, right? because we need money to make things happen. So and so where do you see that business going? Do you see like you growing the Nashville market and then moving to other cities?
Yes. So we are hoping to, and what we're going to do is come up with our own algorithm of how well it works in Nashville. Find comparable cities that are very similar in size, similar in behavior patterns as well. So it's if it works and it's amazing in Nashville, which it will be. We're not likely to go then try to do New York because it's a completely different mode of transportation, lifestyles, buying behaviors, all that. So it's more likely to be like a Dallas or like a Atlanta, so that our fleet can still be substantial and supported.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan, is to go to other cities. And then our other hope too is begin to open our B2B side. So to work with living communities for people who live in living communities, need to get things out their apartment. There's a lot of places now we have packaging centers and living communities where people leave their packages.
Yeah.
So not all over the place, but we're hoping to do that, and then work with retailers too. So to help them continue their sales and upsell.
Yeah.
As people are initiating returns through us.
Yeah. Do you eventually, because I know you are the product manager.
Project.
No, not at
Vanderbilt. Yeah.
So you're the product manager over there. So, do you? Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears. At Vanderbilt, what are you doing? Because I know you big time. Okay. you work at Vanderbilt Medical Center. You got MBA too, right?
Yes,
Where'd you get an MBA? Where'd you get an MBA at?
From Lipscomb.
Oh, did you?
Their
Okay,
amazing
cool.
program, fast track program, is awesome.
Years, right? I almost did that program.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
cool.
I ain't spend that money. Anyway, so.
Well, Vanderbilt helped me out.
Oh, no question. No question. I was always an entrepreneur, so it was coming out of my pocket.
That's fair.
So tell us like what your role looks like as a product manager at
Project.
Oh, I'm talking at Vandy.
Program. Yeah, so Vandy's program manager.
Oh,
But
man,
PM,
just- okay, let me
all
just-
over. There's PMs all over
Help
the
me
place.
out, y'all.
I know, I'm
You know what
sorry.
I'm saying?
At Vanderbilt, I've been there for coming up on 5 years. They have an awesome innovation center that's off West End. It's not on the campus, but it's specifically for medical center associates to use, to ideate, to innovate there. So if you walk in, it looks almost like a Montessori classroom.
Ideate.
Yes.
Yeah, break that down.
Yeah.
I heard the root word is idea though, right?
Of course.
Okay, so ideate means what?
Really to brainstorm with strategy. So you're brainstorming, but you're not just throwing up ideas. You are brainstorming with a purpose. You're brainstorming things to fit to an ultimately objective.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how long you been at Vandy?
Since 2017.
Okay, and so what's the? I mean, I guess we should talk about these positions too, because the PMs, because you got the product manager, program manager, and then project manager.
Yeah.
Like, so what's the difference?
So program at Vanderbilt, it's a specific program. I'm not managing projects that are coming and going with deadlines.
Yeah.
The project manager at Noted is different projects with different deadlines. So I am looking at the fleet. I'm looking at also our long-term roadmap and where we're going. So they're very different because the program manager at Vanderbilt is a lot of space management. I'm managing the facility that the magic is happening.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. You enjoy it?
I do.
You can't get on camera and say I don't like it.
I know,
I don't like y'all over there.
I like it. I'm excited for the new things that are coming next.
New things.
So
Is it something else?
it's noted. It's noted, and it's one more thing.
Okay, so that's the thing about like entrepreneurs, or we ideate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help me out. I get a little corny. You talk sometimes,
okay.
Taylor.
It's all good.
We have a lot of ideas, and we
Yeah.
think about our passions and our gifts and how to use them,
Yeah.
how to execute. So I would like to hear about one other thing. Like, what's popping?
So and shout out to Vanderbilt for allowing me to be close to people who are very entrepreneurial in healthcare, which is very cool. And then it pushed me to go out and meet other groups. So the startup, Felicia Day LLC, and just begin consulting with other entrepreneurs. And that was during the pandemic.
Okay.
That this happened. So I am going backwards for a second
Okay.
to go to my answer. But during 2020, we had no one in the space at Vanderbilt because everyone that we serve, our doctors are on the front lines. So it was very much empty for about 8 months or so. which means, of course, like, so what you doing?
Yeah.
And so I started working with other entrepreneurs. I got my MBA around the same time, started discovering graphic design, Canva, all those things, and just loved it. So it pushed me to work with more entrepreneurs, including the team. And I found that I actually really like research and law for entrepreneurs.
Research and law?
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of entrepreneurs ask me, how do I formally file for my business? How do I file to be a 501c3? How do I, so I mean, they're paying me for the research, which is amazing. And I end up doing it over and over again with different entrepreneurs, but I love to invest in myself to educate myself. And so my next step is going to law school.
Wow. Yeah. Where are you going to law school at, Vandy?
Loyola. In New Orleans, back to NOLA.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Loyola in California too.
In Chicago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when are you going to law school? Do you know yet, or
Yeah,
is
in the
it?
fall.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm asking you questions that the public shouldn't know.
They will know soon. But
Well,
yeah,
they know
fall.
now.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
No, that's cool. So, and is this an initiative under like another business? Or?
It's my own. I really
Okay.
want to continue to help
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, and that's the client population I want to continue to serve. It's creatives, helping them protect their creativity, helping them to navigate how to do things the right way the first time.
Yep.
And a lot of Black creatives, a lot of our generational wealth is lost because we don't protect it appropriately the first time.
Yeah.
So that, and then I want to marry the strategic side as well, over time.
Yeah. So run that back again. So you said like when it slowed down, you started getting on the creative side a little bit, right? Graphic design, Canva, all that stuff, and then helping entrepreneurs in terms of research with law. So that kind of piqued your interest.
Yeah.
And now you're going to law school.
Yeah.
Have you already taken the LSAT and stuff?
Yes.
What?
Taken the LSAT, took it multiple times, which it happens.
I know, that's right.
It happens.
You took the LSAT multiple times?
Yes. Had to.
How many times?
It was hard. 3.
I'm laughing, y'all, because I took the LSAT twice.
You did?
Like when I graduated from Fisk. I was going to law school.
Oh,
so
cool.
I did not attend law school, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I did the self-study route.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a little bit tougher. I didn't want to invest in.
Yeah.
The
I took Princeton
$1,000
Review.
courses. Oh, cool. Okay.
I did Princeton Review, and I was still struggling. I was like, I need to take this again.
I did the Bibles that they have, like on Amazon, the Logic Game Bible,
Okay.
Logic Reasoning Bible, and then I did 7 Sage after the first 2, and I was like, look, I need something else. And 7 Sage is really good.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Man, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, for doing your thing. So let me ask you this then. Like, since you have this like crazy, amazing job, right?
Yeah.
And how can you talk to me about how that has given you the freedom to pursue like other initiatives or ideas?
So that first,
Or has
it has. There's a lot of flexibility, which is amazing. With time, a lot of my time and work revolves around the events that are happening in the space with our clients. So if there's nothing going on, there's more time to invest in myself to be obviously helpful to Vanderbilt and then other communities and within Nashville.
Yeah.
So that the flexibility first is amazing.
Yeah, because you're still getting a check, and then you have the flexibility, kind of autonomy to do what you need to do.
Invest where I want
but
to.
what's key though is like how you use your time, because some people would have the time and they'd be like, I'm chilling. I'm on
chill.
TikTok right now.
Still chill. TikTok wasn't even, well, it was like super new in 2020. It still wasn't like popping, but I was still in my MBA program. I didn't graduate till December of 2020, so I still had school.
Yeah.
And it was remote. But yeah, I did. And I think the biggest piece that Vanderbilt helped me with, and that specifically that strategy innovation team, is they're educating you all the time about ways to be strategic, which keep up with your strategic thinking. We're talking about lean modeling.
Yeah.
We're talking about MG Taylor methodology, which is older one that Vanderbilt bought license from. It's Matt and Gail Taylor. But again, it's a facilitation process that they're constantly pumping into me to then turn around and be able to use with other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and that grows you as a professional, and then you can go start a business and use it. You know what I mean?
And I like that. I was like, I'm learning over here, getting paid to learn, is what it felt like.
Right.
And then being able to also get paid to help other people.
Yeah.
And then sometimes not paid. To be honest, I don't want to say I do
Pro
it for
bono.
free, but basically pro bono, because I mean, a lot of people need help. A lot of entrepreneurs need someone even just to talk to. They just need time. They need someone that they don't have in their current circle to do that for them.
So since you have worked with a lot of starters and startups or entrepreneurs or people with ideas, how do you see technology impacting the scale at which people can grow, or how does it condense the time frames, or what do you think the impact is overall?
So for my creative clients, it is a stumbling block first for them because they're creatives, they're big thinkers. I'm one of the people who are like, I have an artist that Jessie Wilson, who's amazing, worked in saying, and now is doing art. She just launched. Obviously noted. I just have other people, and so they're big thinkers. And so technology is great because it can streamline a lot of your processes for entrepreneurs that they need. But we have to sit down and do it.
Yeah.
And so technology is very helpful for them, but I think it's a stumbling block and it's a learning curve for them to figure it out.
Yeah.
But in a lot of my businesses, we use processes and technology that lives on. They don't have to update all the time. So for all the socials, we use later.com. So you can create all the create content, schedule it, post it, awesome. For email marketing, we're using MailChimp. So you create your emails, your campaigns, and they're going out for you so you don't think about it.
Yeah.
But it's making it so that it's not so taxing on the creative side, the side that they actually want to invest their time and themselves into.
Yeah. Because it takes a lot. I mean, like, it's funny that you say, like, the technology is there. We can use Later. We can use MailChimp. But somebody still got to do it. Somebody still has to schedule it.
For sure.
And create the content.
Yeah.
So, but I think that if you got to have the content. And that's just an efficient way to do it. So are you growing that clientele right now always? Or?
I am. I'm always accepting clients and very upfront about my bandwidth and my expectations of the work that we're doing together, my services that I can provide for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But I'm open and accepting.
Yeah. So what is it specifically? What's the name of the business again?
This is Noted Returns, but my own personal is Felicia Dale.
Say it again.
Felicia Dale.
And Felicia Dale is who? Or is that somebody's name?
It's my mom's name.
That's your mom's name?
Yeah. And so Dr. Avery is her name, and she's an amazing woman in her right. She's by education a pharmacist at Xavier, hence why I was born there and all that stuff down there. And then we moved to Cincinnati, which I spoke about earlier, because she was the first African-American and first woman to be vice president at Kroger.
Wow.
And then retired and opened up her own consulting firm.
Wow. That's crazy.
It is.
And so you guys are partners in the business, right? Yeah, that's amazing. Felicia Dale is a cool name, though.
It is.
Yeah. Is it Felicia Dale Avery?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her middle name.
Yeah. So, but the specific services that you offer there is consulting services, but primarily for creatives, or is it marketing, or what is it specific, or like business consultation?
Kind of both. So yes, consultations. I do road mapping and strategic thinking. So thinking about what you want to do. My brain works in an awesome way where I can break things down into the smallest minutia of tasks.
Yeah.
So for creators, entrepreneurs, they're visionaries. They know that by 2024 I want to be here, but they don't know what they need to do every week to get there.
Yep.
And so that's where I come in, and that's one of my favorites that I love to do. I also do financial projections, and so knowing that you want to get there, let's talk about how we're going to get there, and let's talk about how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
All those things, and it keeps them on track because you have something to look to see if you're off track, where you're going. I help with business plans and can create a business plan just for my MBA and doing that for projects and turn around doing it with my professors and other entrepreneurs.
Do people still do business plans?
Yes and no. If they're looking for investors.
Yeah.
And specifically, one of my friends in Cincinnati who was thinking about opening a bar up there wanted to go to family and friends that he knew of that were successful and wanted investments, but needed something to bring with him so that they could obviously take him seriously and know that he took the time and dedicated the time to lay out this plan before accepting their money.
Yeah.
So
So tell me this then, like at what point should somebody engage you for consultation? Because a lot of times entrepreneurs, especially if they're solopreneurs, they say, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to save some money, I'm going to, whatever. Like, at what point does somebody think or say, okay, I need an expert, I need somebody to come in and help me and kind of navigate?
So I've had people reach out to me, DM me on Instagram when they just feel really stuck. Like they're thinking, their ideas are just swimming around in their heads together. And that's when they schedule time with me for us to really sit down and organize those ideas prioritize those ideas and put a timeline to some of those ideas.
Yeah.
Because everything sounds really good, but timing means everything in business.
Yeah.
And that's one way. And then two, when you actually need a physical product, you really need something to show to other people, your team, investors, whatever that looks like. You need a physical product, so let's work on and collaborate on that together.
Yeah.
And I think those are like the two biggest ones when they feel stuck and maybe they need a product.
Well, I just want to get that out, just in case somebody's listening and you're an entrepreneur and you say, I'm all these ideas in my head. I don't know. I don't have any structure, or I need, to kind of do a work frame or framework this. Reach out to what's the name of the business again?
Felicia Dale. Yes.
So how can they reach out to you? What's your contact info?
Reach out to me on Instagram. I answer all my DMs. My email, Avery, my last name, T as in Taylor, N as in Nicole, 16@gmail.com. You can also go to Felicia Dale LLC on Instagram and reach out to us there and see all of our services. She, my business partner and mother, is amazing at leadership building. So she, as a previous leader, managing millions of dollars in budgets and for an amazing company, Kroger, which we all know, she is great at executive coaching, life coaching, DEI work, so diversity, equity, inclusion. She's licensed in that and does workshops with other companies. So there's a B2B side to our business. But yeah, so I'm more of the consulting side, and she's a great coaching.
Yeah, I believe it. So again, she was the first black female vice president at Kroger.
Oh, she was the first woman.
Okay.
And the first African American.
Yeah.
To be VP of pharmaceutical operations, to be a VP at Kroger. And at the time, they had been in business for 131 years.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And she went to Xavier? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the HBCU, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
no doubt. HBCUs.
No question. So give us one piece of advice as you work with your clients and other entrepreneurs and doing this, pro bono work you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think would be one or two practical takeaways that you would give somebody, or that you find yourself, giving feedback on over and over again? What would that be?
Yeah. Don't try to do it all by yourself. Mm. Isolation is the biggest dream killer because you're alone. You can't do it alone. No one gets anywhere alone. Mm-hmm. And as you're trying to build your team and build the people you trust to share things with, don't be afraid to share your ideas. The more you share, the more people actually want to help you. Yeah. And I know we have a tendency to be really protective and secretive with our ideas because we don't want anyone to steal it. But that's you're blocking your blessings by trying to do all that. You really have to let it live, let it breathe, let it just flow. And when people see how passionate you are about whatever it is you want to do, they want to help. 9.99 times out of 10, they want to help you. Yeah. It's rare someone to take on your idea because it's not theirs. Right. That could be horrible for them.
Yeah. It's interesting when I hear somebody say, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to...
I don't want you biting.
I don't want you to take my idea. I'm like, trust me, I'm too busy with my ideas, right. It's so funny when I hear people say that. I'm like, nobody wants your idea. Nobody does. I don't think so. And even if they try to take your idea...
It won't work.
They don't have the same level of passion that you do about, they're not going to run with it like you would, So, I mean, I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing that. So, guys, please reach out to this phenomenal professional and her mama. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Making history in Black History Month. And I'm here to tell you, if you're in a space where you need some structure, because I know as entrepreneurs and creatives, we're visionaries, right? We have the big vision, the big picture, but in order to make that a reality, we need to reverse engineer, some of those goals and objectives and make sure we add structure to it so that we know what to do on a daily or weekly basis. So reach out via email or Instagram, and I'm sure she would love to engage you. Yes. At least one consultation, one quick conversation.
Of course.
And then all right, guys, if you are not following our podcast online, make sure you do that at TechDontSleep. That's on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, all that good stuff. And make sure you are staying abreast of our events coming up. We got a cool event coming up March 17th. Hey, I don't know what the date is when you're listening to this or watching it on YouTube, but March 17th, we have a phenomenal entrepreneur. She's another one making history right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and New Orleans.
Hey,
Mignon Francois.
Oh, I love her.
Of the Cupcake Collection.
Yes.
So she's going to be our featured speaker at our speaker series. Make sure you come out if you can make it.
I will.
March 17th. And that is a Thursday. It's going to be Thursday evening at the Nashville Entrepreneur Center. So if you want a ticket at no cost, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I got you. And we will take care of you because we want it to be packed because we know she's going to share some amazing insight as it relates to entrepreneurship, but tell her story too. She's a great speaker, so you do not want to miss that. And we want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring that event. NEC, Universe Blue, Voice for Businesses, and a new sponsor we just picked up, Your6.com. So check out these sponsors for making this event happen and the podcast happen too. We will see y'all next time. Thank you again. Appreciate you. And y'all reach out. Holla. Peace.
Can't stop till I won't stop till I can't stop till I won't stop till I can't stop till I won't stop till I ain't no Chico, just be smooth.